Okay, so here we have this LABGREY resistance bike, I believe they're called. Assembling it was really easy, but I think say it's really easy because if you've got a set of ratchet spanners and those, it's so much easier than doing what they give you. They just give you this sort of, I call them chocolate spanners and tools that they give you. Put it together in about 20 minutes because I've had the extra tools. The bike itself, it's got good points and it's got some really bad points. Let's go all around the good stuff. It is a solid bike. It's nice and solid everywhere you look, to the point where this is actually almost stuck in there. I did do a little video at the start that I'll try and merge into this one to show you that I think on this one is something a little bit faulty and it's stuck in there. Just a quick point whilst I'm putting it together is that I've got almost to the end and I've come across this. So this is supposed to fit down in there to hold the handlebars. It goes in there, but it's extremely tight. So it's in there now, but you can't get that out, not without me standing on there, and it's going to be quite hard, I would have thought, even when I fitted the handlebars. We shall see, but I think I might need to put a bit of lubrication on this. There's the wheel itself. Going the wrong way, but it's stupidly quiet. It's nice. It's really nice. So if you're using this in front of the TV or something like that with other people in the room, they're not going to be too bothered about it at all. You do get a little bit of cranky noise, you know, in the seat column, very, very slightly, but nothing too annoying at all. The resistance itself is smooth in action, which I'll come to in a moment. Works fine. See how it operates. They're giving you the wheels on the front so you can, you know, put it away up on its top. Hello to you. Excuse me. Now then, the worst thing, well, not the very worst thing, but the bad thing about it for me is that I'm 5'11", and they say that this is up for people who are up to 6'1". The seat itself is adjustable left and right. Oh, sorry, in and out if you want to do that. But the front column isn't. And even though, I suppose it's all down to your height of the length of your legs, but I've got this on its maximum setting and it's comfortable for me to use as far as the height goes, but I'm feeling a little bit cramped when I'm using the bike because, I don't know, I'm just a bit crunched over, if you like, on this, because I can't move this forward a little bit. If I could move that forward a little bit like I can do with a gym bike, then it'd be a lot better. Now then, the worst part of it for me is this is a £250 bike. This thing is useless. It's just really, really bad. I don't know if the one I've got is faulty or what, but there's your two heart rate monitors. They're really, really hit and miss for me with how you use it. The display itself, I don't know if I can demonstrate it with a camera, but you've really got to be perpendicular to this. They're brand new batteries, but I can't see it a lot of the time. My main issue with it is that this is a resistance bike. You've got little feedback with what you're doing except your own heart rate. So the heart rate monitoring is really important, and I can't get it to be consistent using these. I've used a pulse rate on my finger, and sometimes it agrees with what's on the display, and then on other times it just doesn't, and it's completely miles out. Like this one here is indicating that my heart's 80, and I put the other one on and it's saying it's 150, which isn't ideal in these circumstances. Considering you can see these on Amazon for around about, you know, £15, for a £250 bike, I'd prefer they just do something much better. This here is supposed to hold I believe a tablet. My tablet's too big for it, and it's actually too small even for my phone. but luckily they've got this down here. So if you did just want to rip that off completely and just use a smartwatch, you're good to go. It couples okay with these apps that they suggest that you use. Was it Zwift? And I can't remember what the name of the other one is. It couples with them okay, and it's good enough, but you've got to pay a subscription to those services. So what I've actually been doing is I've just been using, trying to use the heart rate monitor and my own sort of smart equipment, if you like, and then just using the TV to play. If you go onto that well-known video website, you can put in there and just ask it to show you a video of somebody else who's done all the hard work for you. And it's a much cheaper and much better option for me. But yeah, it's a great bike, I'd say, but I wouldn't want to be any taller or any longer legged. My legs are 32 inches roughly. So if you were any taller than that, this is definitely a no-go for you, I'd say. Shorter people, yeah, it'd be absolutely brilliant. I think nice and comfortable for you. It could be a lot better if this was not there. I think that's my own thing, but I think the majority of people these days are getting these smart watches, and it'll be fine for you.
One tip I would give: be careful not to cut the wires, the sensor wires. I nearly did cut mine, so just be careful about that. The bike is adjustable, so handle height is adjustable, seat height is adjustable, seat distance from the handles is adjustable, really easy to do, and it's really well made. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Seat is so comfortable, so much more comfortable than the ones in the gym, so I mean, absolutely great. So I have been using this bike for a couple of days now. I think I've done 2 full workouts, and this will be my 3rd. So the sensor starts measuring as soon as you start spinning, and for the sensor to measure your pulse, you have to have your hands on the handles. So that's another tip, otherwise it won't measure it, but it measures everything else. When you start spinning, so I'm somewhere mid resistance, like my 70s maybe, so I was losing it a bit. So to stop, you press down. It doesn't really stop, but it makes things a lot more difficult for your legs to move. So that's how magnetic resistance bikes work, from what I understand. So this being a magnetic resistance bike, like friction resistance bikes, has a maximum resistance level which is preset, which for me is here. So I can sort of still barely move my legs, but it's quite strong. So yeah, it's definitely my 100 or 10. I wouldn't want to go any harder than this. So, and then to loosen it, you just turn to the left, etc. So I find this adjustment works better for me than friction resistance bikes, which I have another one at home and the ones I've used at the gym. So great bike, very sturdy. So I'm standing now, so the bike is not wobbly. You can do all sorts of exercises on it, and it has this lovely placeholder for a tablet and a lovely placeholder for a phone, mobile, so you can use both. So I'm really pleased with my order, and I've been spinning this bike, well, every day since I installed it, and I will give it a glowing 5-star review. Go for it.
was Saturday and did exercise bike. Good, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Start now. Scan, time, speed, distance, pulse, calories. Thank you.
Zusätzlich zum täglichen Training auf dem Crosstepper erweitern wir unseren Trainingsalltag jetzt um tägliche Spinning-Einheiten. Dieses ist trotz des günstigen Preises relativ stabil, bietet eine Direktverstellung mittels Klicksystem des Sattels, eine manuelle Verstellung des Widerstands. Damit wird ganz einfach eine Bremse auf die Schwungscheibe gedrückt und ebenso eine Schnellverstellung für die Lenksäule. Damit kann man die Lenksäule einfach in der Höhe schnell verstellen. Es gibt eine Tablet-Halterung für größere Tablets, wenn der Trainingscomputer weggeklappt ist. Handys bzw. kleinere Tablets kann man auch bei aufgeklappten Trainingscomputer oben in die Halterung einhängen.
spent ages setting this up, and then I've just tried to turn it for the first time, and it's doing that. The wheel's not even going round.